The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Coleman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back down in that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. This is Coleman. He's to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first-quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
To adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Leopard! Leopard!
Mayfield on 1st down. Able to get away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't. Heels.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
There goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they
maybe even multiple mistakes on defense because you're expecting him to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
This will be fielded at the 8. Now this offense ready to head back out there. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete there. A nice base hit jars the ball free and brings up third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds Beckham complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Following the interception, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now let's go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd down, Mayfield. That is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. They're going to look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back here right after this. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On third down, Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game and you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm calling touch that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to. But I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And that one results in 35 yards. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Green 39. Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Here's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the 1st half. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. This 2nd half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield. And he's got his tight end in Gotw. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Over.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Browns on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Got an open man. It's Radley. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times?
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there. 42 yards.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. In the passing game, do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're
and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard. Sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Coleman now takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. Detroit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7.
Most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Sturgis for the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on the ground they go with the running back. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gotw alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.